Lesson number 7. Working with filters in Watchlist. Watchlist allows a trader to conduct research or screen search for financial instruments based on certain data. I will now upload the entire list of financial instruments that my broker supports. After that, I use the second button on the left at the top, which looks like goggles. Create a filter. With this filter, I can filter instruments by name. For example, if I only need financial instruments that have euros in them, I specify euro. I click the Apply button, and only financial instruments with euro in their names remain in my list. If I want to reset the filter, I click the Reset button. Close the filter and I have the entire list of financial instruments again. You can filter by two currencies by entering euro in one field and USD in another. In this case, we will get a list of financial instruments that contain either euro or USD. Let's reset the filter. You can also filter financial instruments by margin requirements. Let's take the minimum value of $50 and the maximum value of $300. The list will remain with financial instruments that have margin requirements for one lot from $50 to $100. If you specify only the maximum value of $50, you will get financial instruments whose margin requirements are less than or equal to $50. You can see for yourself by looking at the margin requirements for each instrument in the tooltip. Next, if you need to filter by tick cost, specify the tick cost in the appropriate field. You can filter by spread, specifying the minimum and maximum spread. But if the broker has a floating spread, you need to be careful, because the filter takes into account the current spread at the moment. You can filter instruments according to the minimum and maximum lot. For example, you can select a range from 0.01 to 1. The values fields are the values specified in the left and right columns, respectively. Since I have the ask price and bid price set in my columns, so I can filter by the cost of financial instruments. If you specify any of your indicators or ported data in the columns, financial instruments will be filtered by this data. Next are the buttons for filtering by type of financial instruments. I only have two buttons since there are only two types of instruments in my list, Forex and CFD. If your broker has metals, indices, CFDs, futures, you'll have more buttons. The button allows you to filter by type. If I click the CFD button and apply, then I will only have instruments from the CFD group. If I click Forex, I will have instruments that go in the Forex group. The Reset button returns all filter values to standard parameters and returns a complete list of financial instruments. The filter window can be closed by clicking the button with goggles again.